Hello world, I got another request. The guy, he's having problem with a brake caliper texturing. He placed the texture of the logo at BMW M, I think, and he's having problem with the color, because on the actual texture the background color is black, and he most likely wants to make it as on the picture blue. There are few ways to get results, and I will try to show you some of them. Okay, the very first way I would do, like the most maybe simplest, at least to me, is just change actual color of the background on the logo. So for that we need some 2D editor, Photoshop, or in this case GIMP 2.8. There is a new GIMP, but I haven't downloaded it yet. And I don't know, maybe it's better, the new one. Okay, the simplest way to change color of the brake caliper, just on the texture. I will duplicate this layer just in case to have original layer, and let's try to get a color of the background on the logo as close as possible to color on the caliper. It is just blue. You can actually even open it on the GIMP and use this thing, color picker, and get actual color and just color the background with blue. And if we save it and open it on Blender, and we have to reload texture here. This is the simplest way to get it. Also, there is a little issue right here. If we can get close enough, we can see this white line. It is because of the in order to see it, what's going on, we have to open it in a UV editor. We have to edit actual UV, and if we try to get rid of it, we have to be very precise. If we make the UV smaller, we cutting M, actual M letter right here. So it's not a way to do it. So I got back to the original, and what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to make a logo slightly smaller right here. So I will have the border between I will have space between logo and the border of the image. So let's do it like this. And if we save the logo right now, you will see what's gonna happen. Just give me a second. I don't like reloading texture. It's all colored black because the border is black. And it's very easy to fix. Just create empty layer and how to move it lower. Come on. Somehow having problems moving the layer lower. Okay, create layer here. And this empty layer, I hope you are able to see my mouse movements. Yeah, the mouse movements are visible. So I create this empty layer and I'm just coloring it blue, so everything is turned blue. And saving this logo, reloading it on Blender, and we get rid of the white line right here. But this way it's a now, because we have space between actual logo and the border, we have a little bit more freedom of moving and placing the actual logo, because on the reference I think the well, we have to actually take a look. On actual reference. Well, I just placed it to I'm trying to place it to exact center of the brake caliper, like this. Come on, why it's not happening? We got it. This was probably the simplest way to do it. Also, you can see the brakes cannot look as clean. Only brand new brakes can look as clean as they look right now. And also maybe we mismatch with the color, because the blue color here and blue color here are different. Maybe it has to be slightly darker, or there is another reason. If you go to the color management and change from filmic to standard, yeah, this is more natural. And if it needs changing, just very slightly, we can make it slightly more darker. Okay. And reloading again the actual texture. Yeah, now it's closer to a reference. On a reference we also can see, maybe especially right here, it looks like it was washed, and when the water drops are dry, you can see slight difference between color on the surface. Let me try the first get. Oh, yeah, it's not gonna be possible. Maybe, and the reasons are, well, let me show you by actually doing it. I downloaded this specular map texture right here, just to get that effect. If we're connecting it to the specular, it's almost invisible. It is almost invisible. We can make it more visible if we put RGB curve and try to regulate the intense of that texture. Maybe right now you can see slight difference, that it was I hope you are able to see it. It is this kind of dirt, but very light dirt texture. But it is visible only here on area where the logo is, because on the upper area it's not really visible. On the lower area there is visibility of it, but very slight. I hope you will be able to see that it's little like dried out water droplets effect. It's so insignificant right now. If the actual caliper was unwrapped correctly, let me see. Let me show you what I mean. Because ideally, this thing has to be unwrapped completely. That would lead me to the second way of doing it. Let's unwrap this whole geometry, and we're gonna use a smart what's they call it? Smart UV project. Yes, okay. And it unwrapped the whole thing to the different pieces with a dependency on angle. Now we can see actual droplets, but still very slight difference. And we can see now it's messed up whole the logo thing. Now we cannot see actual logo. Just disconnect temporarily the logo texture, so it will have base color. It's somehow bright orange. Okay, let's change it to blue. And maybe also I'll try to make it more visible, this noise texture on the specular. Maybe it will be more visible if we also connect it to a roughness. Oh, now it's too much. No, it is too much. Okay. Then if it's too much, it's better to disconnect it. Maybe I have to use brightness contrast, because it's this specular texture. I think it's missing some contrast. Yeah, now it's more visible. Now it's also too much. And also texture itself is too small. It has to be bigger. And the thing on a actual reference image, the changes are very slightly and subtle on the specular, so maybe the contrast, we have to reduce contrast. Okay, and now I show you the second way to get results. How I would do the texturing, the placing of that logo on this caliper. I would just add regular plane, get it new material, and add to that material that logo texture. Okay, I got it. And now I would just draw outline on actual geometry, like this. And just delete the things I don't need. And you also can see when you scroll really, when you zoom very close, you can see the pixelization. But if you use this way of doing it, just there is no pixelization, maybe only here. And this is possible because the logo is relatively simple. On more complex logo types which exist, this method may not work very well. So I'm just warning you. And a some areas you cannot place it this kind of texture, this geometry. I think even on the caliper it could be a little bit problematic, because I think it's spherical a little bit. Now we have geometry like this, and we can just place it right here. Actual logo, and rotate it. And we easily can scale it. No, the surface is actually flat, so it's easy to place it. And in order to avoid rendering issues, this geometry has to be slightly kind of like hovering over. There has to be a little distance between logo geometry and caliper geometry. And this method is good, I think, because how to say, I would prefer this method, because this way I can very easily change color of the caliper. I can easily make it red, which they usually are red caliper, like a sports car calipers. They're usually painted red, and the texture of this little noise still slightly too big, so I would scale it. Come on. This a little bit more natural, even like this. Okay, there is very light dirt on it. We can even reduce that dirtness. To 1.5 and make it very subtle. You can see it is slightly dirty, but you can always get back to like brand new calipers, just disconnecting the specular. This is a brand new caliper, just produced and super clean. And this is very slightly dirty. And let's also, we can easily, what's they call it? Adjust actual color and to the reference, because when we're adjusting texture here, it's sometimes difficult to adjust it very well, to get color as close as possible to a reference. Here we can actually do it. Let's make it blue. Is it close enough? I'm not sure. And I think this dirt texture is actually a little bump. It's the what's they call it? maybe we have to... I don't know how it's gonna work though. Can we add it through normal? Black and white. I'm kinda experimenting right here. Let's see what happened. Huh, no, nothing good. It has to be normal map. Okay. Oop. Where is it? I cannot find the... Oh, okay, I found it. No, I have to turn this map, black and white map, into a normal map. And it just... and it's a plugin on the GIMP. You have to download and install it by yourself. Go to the color maps. Oh. And I forgot where it is. Filter map. Yeah. Filters, map, and normal map. And to make it more pronounced, maybe not 4 samples, 7 samples. Still nothing. Let's make it 9. Well, because it's not very pronounced, let's just still try it. Yeah, it's good enough, I think. Let's save it as a new texture, normal map texture. And let's add that normal map texture here. And in order to make it adjustable, we have to do it through like this. No, it wasn't such a good idea. It's look old now. But probably you have to change it, or maybe just reduce strength of the normal. Yeah, to 0.5. Now it looked slightly better. And it's better to change it from sRGB to non-color, if I'm not mistaken. Now it's a little bit kind of look like beat up, or maybe it needs changing of the scale. Oh, come on. Oh no, it's really old. Just a reduced strength of the normal. Yeah, now I think it's okay. It's good enough. Okay, well, I think this is it for today. I hope you like it. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, you can always leave a mean comment on the comment section below. So, till next time, bye bye.